Right friends, welcome back to second capsule. This is very important. If you look at UPSC examination or any bank examination, because I am talking about various methods of digital transactions. And before going ahead, the organization vested with the digitalization of various retail payments is NPCI in our country. So, NPCI is brain behind most of the mechanisms, not all, but NPCI is the brain behind most of the mechanisms, and retail payments are small payments, small transactions. When I am purchasing some shirt, if I am paying rupees 2000 to the shopkeeper, then that is retail payment. So, retail payments are the small value payments. Probably the limit for which these payments are categorized as retail payments is probably rupees 2 lakh, right? And this NPCI is behind this retail payments, or you can say digitalization of retail payments. Then this is incorporated in December 2008 and authorized capital of rupees 300 crore, paid up capital is rupees 100 crore. Authorized capital means the capital up to which the company can mobilize. The capital up to which the company can mobilize is authorized capital, and paid up capital is only up to rupees 100 crore was mobilized. If it want, it can go up to rupees 300 crores. And this is promoted by various commercial banks headquartered in Mumbai, and it is going to come up with its centralized campus in Hyderabad shortly. So, the mission is consolidating and integrating multiple payment systems and developing uniform and standard business processes for all retail payment systems. As I have already told you, this is not promoted by Reserve Bank of India, please understand, and this is promoted by initially 10 core promoter banks, and subsequently some other banks have joined. So, here let us go one by one. National Financial Switch. National Financial Switch is the product which facilitates interoperability of ATMs. So, with National Financial Switch only, if I am SBI customer, I can go and withdraw money from Bank of Baroda. So, that is because of National Financial Switch. Second one is automated clearing house. By one click, number of payments, lakhs of payments can be triggered. If you look at the old age payments, or you can say old age pensions or widow pensions or some subsidies or some scholarships, with one switch, then lakhs of transactions can take place. That is automated clearing house. And if this is linked with Aadhaar, this is Aadhaar payment bridge system. So, Aadhaar payment bridge system is integrating Aadhaar number. So, if some X is getting subsidy, integrating that with his Aadhaar number is Aadhaar payment bridge system. Then, immediate payment service, UPI, BHIM, we are going to deliberate a short while from now. Check truncation system. What is this? Check truncation system is check will not move physically. If I am depositing check in Delhi, and if the account of the check giver is in Chennai, in good olden days, that check used to travel from Delhi to Chennai. Nowadays, check will not physically go, only image will go. So, that is the check truncation system. And RuPay card, all of you are familiar with. RuPay card was devised as a competitor to Visa and MasterCards, or you can say to promote our indigenous card. This RuPay card mechanism was devised, and with Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana accounts, RuPay cards became almost familiar, right? So, these are the products and services. I have listed only some of the products, and you should have clear idea about for what purpose National Financial Switch is there, automated clearing house is there, Aadhaar payment bridge system, RuPay card, check truncation system. After learning these things, let us go one by one with various types of digital payment mechanisms. First mechanism number 1, that is NEFT, National Electronic Funds Transfer, and it is nationwide payment system, and individuals, firms and corporates can electronically transfer the funds, and a beneficiary must have the account with a NEFT enabled bank branch. So the bank branch must be NEFT enabled, and at the same time beneficiary, I am sender, some X is the beneficiary, so X must have the bank account. Remitter or sender, if I am sending money, I can send maximum up to rupees 50,000 per transaction if I do not have any bank account. So for the persons whoever are sending, if they do not have any bank account, then maximum limit is 50,000. If I want to send more than 50,000 per one transaction, I must have bank account. And the beneficiary, whatever the amount, he must have bank account. And NEFT also facilitates one-way cross-border transfer of funds to Nepal. Here beneficiary in Nepal need not have bank account, and he will receive in Nepalese rupee, and the limit is rupees 50,000 per each transaction. And here, as per this National Electronic Fund Transfer, no limit for minimum or maximum amount of transfer, but however, for amounts of rupees 2 lakh and above, RTGS is used. As per the circular, no minimum is mentioned, no maximum is mentioned, but if I want to transfer 2 lakhs or more, RTGS mechanism will be used. And at the same time, this works on the principle of deferred net settlement basis. If I am sending 1 lakh rupees, that will not go as individual transfer. All similar transactions up to rupees 2 lakh will be bunched every hour, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, something like that. So every hour they will be sent by bunching the transactions, by bunching these small value transactions. This is known as deferred net settlement. No charges for inward. That means if my friend is receiving money, he need not pay anything, but if I am sending, I will be charged, but the charges are not much. Important aspect is this NEFT or the next one RTGS, they will be accessible only during certain day hours. Holidays, they will not be available. Only during the hours from morning 9 o'clock or so up to evening, they will be available, and remaining timings and on holidays, they are not available. So it is not 24/7 basis transfer, neither NEFT nor RTGS or 24/7 basis transfers, right? So I think it is very clear about National Electronic Fund Transfer. RTGS. Similarly, you think for big value. Here minimum is 2 lakhs, maximum is no limit, and here it is a real time settlement. That means here without netting, we have discussed in the previous case, that is working on the basis of deferred net settlement, but now in RTGS, it will go on case to case basis. If I am sending 10 lakhs, that will go separately as individual case, right? Here, beneficiary branch should deposit in the beneficiary account within 30 minutes of receiving the message. And this fund settlement takes place in the books of Reserve Bank of India. Hence, it is final and irrevocable. So, it is registered in the books of Reserve Bank of India. RTGS window is open only during specified hours, just like NEFT. Minimum is 2 lakhs, maximum no limit, inward transaction, no charges, outward transactions, there are charges, but they are not much. Right? So, this is a second type of money transfer. This is for big value. So, for big value transfer, if someone asks you a question, that is RTGS, please don't forget. So, for NEFT and RTGS, what is required? Account number is required, to whom you are transferring. At the same time, IFSC code is required. IFSC code is alphanumeric code which identifies any branch under the NEFT system, and it is 11-digit code. 4 alpha characters indicate the bank. State Bank of India means SBIN, followed by 0, and last 6 digits represent the branch. So, IFSC code is a must for money transfer through NEFT or RTGS. Having learned this, look at the third one. This is *99#. This is IMPS. This is immediate payment service, and this works on National Unified USSD platform. And you are seeing here, this is basically intended for basic phone, right? So it is basically intended for basic phones, because the smartphone penetration in our country is not that much in rural areas. Basically in the rural areas, in urban areas also, the people whoever are using these basic phones, they can utilize this for money transfer. This is IMPS, immediate payment service, and it is National Unified USSD platform. It works on USSD protocol. USSD means unstructured supplementary service data. Unstructured supplementary service data, and a smartphone is not mandatory here. An active basic phone can perform the transaction, and this is linked to the bank account. 7-digit mobile money identifier is to be generated, and it is best suited for rural areas and uneducated, economically weaker sections in urban areas, but here it works on 24/7 basis. Previously, NEFT and RTGS, they work only during hours, specific hours during the day, and on holidays they will not work. But this *99#, this is immediate payment service. It works on USSD protocol, National Unified USSD platform. It is on 24/7 basis, right? So this is the initiative. Basically, to further financial inclusion, government opened number of bank accounts under Jan Dhan Yojana. I think around 20 to 25 crore bank accounts were opened under Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, and this is the scheme basically to further instant money transfers for the basic phone users. Unified Payment Interface, UPI. Here, advantages I have listed here. It leverages on the Aadhaar number already shared by customers with their banks. It leverages on the Aadhaar number. If I have account, I shared Aadhaar with the bank, and here it leverages on the Aadhaar number. Customers can receive and initiate payments through unique ID mapped to a mobile application. So advantages, here users need not reveal personal information like bank account details, credit card details, debit card details. Hence the loss or theft of information can be avoided. Then second point is, as the customers details are pre-verified, the authentication process is quick, and a single click is enough to ensure two-factor authentication. So this is UPI beauty. And if you dig further, UPI, it is Unified Payment Interface. Here one virtual payment address is created. One virtual payment address. You need not type the bank account details and other details as and when you are transferring money. Here things will be done with virtual payment address. And another point is, one UPI can be linked with many accounts. Smartphone is mandatory and internet connectivity is required. It is best suited for urban areas and well-developed rural areas. It also works on 24/7 basis. So this is about Unified Payment Interface. So let us look at the next mechanism. This is point of sale machines. All of you have seen this point of sale machines. Here debit card or credit card is required. You have to swipe the card, and here merchant discount rate will be there. Here the merchant has to pay the issuer bank what is known as merchant discount rate. So, POS terminals are available with the shopkeepers in shopping malls. Everywhere you see these machines. So, these are point of sale machines. Government has given ambitious target of establishing these point of sale machines by September 2017 because government is pushing for digital transactions. Then micro ATMs. This business correspondents are using these micro ATMs. Here, these are card swipe machines through which banks can remotely connect to their core banking system. So, here the machine comes with a fingerprint scanner attached to it. So, what is the meaning of micro ATM? Micro ATM is a handheld device. Please understand carefully. Micro ATM is a handheld device normally carried by business correspondents, and they will have fingerprint scanner, and this ATM, or you can say this micro ATM or handheld device is remotely connected to the banking system through internet. So, business correspondents can do the transactions by using this micro ATMs. So, this machine comes with a fingerprint scanner attached to it. Otherwise, these micro ATMs are handheld POS terminals, you can say, basically to disperse cash in remote locations where bank branches cannot reach. And micro ATMs are similar to point of sale terminals, and you can say doorstep mobile banking arrangement is possible with this micro ATMs. Business correspondent of particular bank can visit the persons, and the business correspondent can go to the house of the person and disburse cash. And these handheld devices are connected remotely with the bank. So, micro ATM has connectivity through GSM network, and it can travel from village to village. Right? It is a portable bank, you can say, with the business correspondents. Portable bank with business correspondents. So, here what are the disadvantages? Micro ATM cannot provide anytime money because if the bank correspondent or business correspondent is unavailable, or the shopkeeper has shut his shop, the account holder will not be able to undertake any financial transaction. So, it depends on the availability of business correspondent. So, please understand, micro ATMs are replacement for bank branches, and business correspondents operate these micro ATMs in interior rural areas. And here the important point is internet connectivity or through GSM network is very much essential, and at the same time business correspondent will look after the needs of the customers through micro ATMs. These micro ATMs come with fingerprint scanners because they are in fact authenticated through Aadhaar number, right? Then BHIM, this is Bharat Interface for Money, and this is developed by NPCI. It is named after Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar, and people can send and receive money to other UPI accounts at the same time through IFSC and MMID also, or you can say BHIM integrated all the services. It is a digital payments solution app based on UPI and linked directly to the bank account. And here virtual payment address is created. So, here BHIM is basically the mobile application. If you look further, it is expected to evolve as common UPI app, a sort of aggregator for all UPI based offerings of banks. So, BHIM works with mobile number, bank account, 4-digit passcode infrastructure. So, here what I mean to say is this is one single app which enables digital payments with other options to transfer via IFSC, MMID as well as for non-UPI banks also. Right. So, it is integrating several types of digital modes of payments. That is the Bharat Interface for Money. Next one is Bharat QR code. QR code is quick response code, and here it is a payment transfer mechanism. and here basically it eliminates the need for POS terminals. Previously we have seen POS terminals, point of sale terminals, card is to be swiped, and this Bharat QR code eliminates the requirement of POS terminals at merchant outlet. It is the right initiative to boost digital payments, especially at merchant outlets. So the existing system is through POS terminals. Once Bharat QR code is active, then we have to just scan that quick response code. So Bharat QR code is first of its kind throughout the globe. Here the customer can simply open his or her banking app or Bhim app. Then he has to scan the merchant's QR code. Then enter the payment amount and enter the 4-digit code to authenticate the transaction. So what the customer has to do? Customer has to simply open the app, subsequently scan the Bharat QR code, or you can say QR code of the merchant. QR code of the shopkeeper, you have to just scan it, right? Subsequently enter 4-digit code, then the transaction will be authenticated, right? This is Bharat QR code or quick response code. Then Aadhaar Pay. IDFC Bank is the first in the country to devise a mechanism of Aadhaar Pay. Here this is the mechanism, please look into this. This is basically what is required is Aadhaar number and fingerprint. Here fingerprint is the password. This is Aadhaar Pay. It makes cashless transactions possible even to the people who have no phones. Phone is not required. What is required is your Aadhaar number as well as your fingerprint. Fingerprint will act as password. Please look into this. One can pay the merchant by selecting bank's name and filling only Aadhaar number on the merchant's phone. So just fill Aadhaar number, select the bank. Subsequently, your fingerprint is enough. That's all. So this is Aadhaar Pay. So to pay to the merchants, one is a POS mechanism is there, point of sale terminal. That means what I mean to convey is I have purchased this shirt. I can pay to the merchant in 3 ways. One is through POS terminal. Second one, I can pay through scanning of quick response code. Third one is payment through Aadhaar Pay. That means I can tell my Aadhaar number, then I can use my fingerprint to authenticate the transaction. So there are several ways nowadays for pushing the digital transactions. So we learnt about all the digital modes of transactions. So please do join for other capsules. Have a nice day. Thank you.